Welcome to your HOTS 8 training video on environmental management system decisions. There's a lot of decisions that you can make to increase your environmentalism at your hotel. It is important to note that this decision screen has a secondary screen. So here we see several concepts that you can apply between none, level 1, 2, and 3. But we also have a second page called Other, where it's a simple checkbox for 5 different programs and also some accreditations, which we will actually not be using in our simulation, but there are 2 screens that you need to pay attention to. This screen does require use of the user guide in order to fully understand. And I will remind you that we are using a UK-based software. So when they say WC, they are talking about the bathroom. So we have an introductory screen that talks about environmental decisions. And as you see on the left side, a number of different subscreens. So for each decision, we can see what level 1, 2, and 3 does. So they give us a description, but then the cost and benefit for each. So if we install a compactor for waste with no separation, it costs us $8,442, but delivers a 25% savings on our waste costs, which occur monthly. Again, all of these numbers are subject to change as we start new simulations. At level 2, we are separating out some of our waste. Therefore, there is a greater capital cost and some staffing costs, plus you get the level 1 benefit and an extra 7.5%. In level 3, you get the level 2 benefits, but you extend to guest rooms, so you get a 40% savings on waste costs. And as you can see, there's a number of different things that you can do. Now, some of them do have an initial capital cost. Some of them, that cost is based on a per room basis. So here, this is referring to basically putting like a balloon into the toilet tank to use less water. So it's only $6 per toilet, and then multiplies that by your number of rooms. Here, it's 12.5% benefit in water closet usage, which translates to a 4% overall water cost saving. But there are additional things that you can do, additional costs, and how much savings you can get. Now, you need to consider the impact of what you might be doing. So here, we're doing flow control in our showers. If we install flow control, we have a cost per room, and it reduces our water usage, so 3% overall water cost savings. However, that could have an impact on your guest satisfaction if they feel like there's not enough water pressure. So there's lots of different options for you, 10 different programs at 3 different levels each. But for instance here, when we talk about self-generation of power, if you were to do level 3, you're installing a wind turbine on your property. So there's a large capital cost and an energy savings of 13%, which is pretty substantial, but potential noise issues. So is it worth disturbing your guests to save that 13%, as well as spending on your contract? There's a final screen for EMS options. That's your second part of the decision screen. And it tells you the impact of each item that you check off. So if you have a green team, you have 15 additional staff hours that you need to account for, but it increases the effectiveness of all other environmental activities by 15%. You can introduce towel reuse. You can have save it stickers, which initially cost $10 per room. However, rather quickly result in a 3% energy savings. So some of these can be relatively inexpensive and have some quick impacts. Now, number 5, hotel procurement team to only use suppliers implementing sustainability immediately increases food and beverage prices by 5%. So it's a 5% increase in your food cost, but there does not list a benefit. Now, there is a marketing benefit to it, but there's no cost decrease or anything like that. It's purely a marketing activity, but it is dramatically increasing your costs. Now, if you believe that that marketing boost is worth it and it's going to generate lots more revenue, then by all means do it, but understand the impact of increasing your food cost by 5%. So 10 different initiatives that you can research, each with 3 levels of implementation, as well as the 5 EMS options. So a lot of choices on this screen. Remember, you've got your installation screen as well as your other screen. And always remember to save changes or save and exit. And when you are finished on working on whatever you're going to work on for the day, don't forget to always log off and not just close the window when you're finished with the